So you're thinking of buying a home for the first time in Portland, Oregon, but don't really know where to start with the whole process? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into in this video, so let's go! So in this video, I am going to be talking about the 7 critical steps that you need to take before buying a home, especially if this is your first home. Now, this doesn't just apply to buying a house in Portland. This also applies to anywhere in the country, or really anywhere in the world, I suppose. And if you stick around till the very end, I'll share you the best and most important tip of all. Before we jump into that, you should know that I am a real estate agent, and my team and I, we absolutely love it when people reach out for help with making their move up here to Portland. So whether you're moving up here in the near or distant future, just reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move up here to Portland, and you can find all of our contact info in the comments or in the description below. So with that out of the way, let's jump into the video. The first thing you're going to want to take into consideration are repair and maintenance costs. So if you are used to renting your whole life and having a landlord there to take care of all the things that go wrong, like plumbing issues, keeping the roof and gutters in good shape, or servicing the furnace, that is all going to fall on you. So you are definitely going to want to set aside some funds every year for maintenance and repairs. Not only so that you can fix stuff that needs to be working, but also so that you can keep up with the value and the rate of appreciation of the home over the long term, so that ultimately you can get the most money back possible should you ever need to sell it down the road. Now, tip number 2, property taxes. Most likely, if you're getting a mortgage, these taxes are going to be factored into your monthly payment anyways. So regardless, you should know exactly how much you'll be spending on a monthly basis. But median annual property taxes in Portland are typically around $4,000 to $5,000, but it all depends on the value of your home. My point isn't so much that you need to really worry about this, but just know that there are other costs involved to buying a house besides the sale price. Number 3, and I can't stress this enough, but do your research. No, I don't just mean getting to know the ins and outs of getting a loan approval and knowing the home buying process from start to finish, everything from the beginning to the end of a transaction. But even more importantly, what I mean is to know what you want. Know what neighborhood you want to be in. Know where you want to be. Know what type of property you want. Know what types of features you want your house to have. What is important to you? It is so important to have a firm grasp on this stuff before you start shopping for a home, so that when you do step up to the plate, you can swing with confidence. Buying a house is an emotional roller coaster, and if you take out as much of that uncertainty as possible on the front end, things will get much smoother when you're in the thick of it. And ultimately, you will have a higher chance of getting into your dream home above your competition. So do your research. Check out some other videos on this channel so that when you do call us, you're ready to rock and roll. Now, dude, get out of here. I'm busy. Anyways, number 4, clean up your credit. So if you have good credit, then you probably don't have anything to worry about. But if you aren't sure, you might want to check on that. Now, I am not a financial advisor, but what I do know is having a good credit score is a very important prerequisite for when you're getting approved for a loan. So sometimes that might mean paying off a long-standing account to adjust your debt to income ratio. Or maybe you need to open a new account like a credit card to build up your credit. What I recommend is to check your credit and chat with one of our local preferred lenders to see where you stand in that regard. They will be able to guide you very specifically if you need to make any adjustments to your credit. But don't delay, because sometimes it takes time to rebuild your credit, and I don't want you to get left in the dust. Meep, meep. Now, tip number 5, save up for a down payment. Now, hopefully you've already been doing this, But a typical down payment will range anywhere from 3% all the way up to 20-25%. Truthfully, you can put down as much as you want. You can go up to 50% or more. It totally depends on how much of the sale price you want or need to finance. If you're a veteran, you might be able to qualify for a 0% down loan program, but typically you should plan to have at least 3.5%. The more the better. Between your lender and I, we are going to help you determine how much of a down payment you need to make. Because sometimes putting more down won't necessarily make a huge dent in your monthly payment, and it won't necessarily be the deal breaker in getting the house. So I'd rather help you get a little extra cash in your pocket at closing so that you can have more money to put towards, repairs or updates if you want, if it's not going to make much of a difference in your monthly payment. These are all factors that my team and I will be analyzing very closely so that you will be able to get the best deal you possibly can. Tip number 6 is to get pre-approved for a home loan with a local Portland lender. And if you haven't noticed, these tips are getting more and more important as time goes on, so I hope you're taking notes because this one's really important. You've got to get pre-approved before you start shopping for homes. Local lenders really care about their job, and with the right local lender, you can have 1,000% confidence in your purchase power. Wait, slow down. What the heck does purchase power mean? And what even is a pre-approval letter? Let me explain. Purchase power just essentially means how much house can you afford? What is the maximum price that you can afford? How much power do you have to purchase? And a pre-approval letter is a lender giving you their word that they've got your back when you're ready to pull the trigger on a house up to a certain price. A lender is going to get extremely personal with you and want to know the ins and outs of your entire financial situation. They'll be asking you for highly personal but also very important documents such as your tax returns, proof of income, bank statements, employment history. They'll see all your debt to income ratios before arriving at a sales price that they can sign off on for you. And I say local lender because a lender who lives in Arizona, who sends the file to Michigan for underwriting, is not necessarily going to have as much skin in the game as the one who has boots on the ground in this market. I've seen a local lender not approve clients that had pre-approval letters from huge corporation lenders because those corporations hand out pre-approval letters like they're Costco samples. They simply did not gather enough documentation ahead of time. Point is that if you have the blessing of a local lender, you can shop for your dream home with confidence. Now, tip number 7, as I mentioned at the beginning, we were saving the most important and best tip for last, and that is to give us a call. So if you've been taking notes this whole time and things have been starting to feel a little bit overwhelming, you can just skip to this step and we'll take care of all of that for you. No, I'm just kidding. You still have to do a lot of research, but our contact info is down below in the comments or in the description. And we absolutely love it when people reach out for help with their move up here to Portland. But we can't help you unless you give us a call. So if you're thinking of making a move here, or if you are making a move here and just need help talking through some decisions, go ahead and schedule a Zoom call with us because that's really the best. We just want to meet you in person. And by the end of the call, we should have a pretty clear understanding of whether or not it makes sense to move forward together. If you're still deciding if Portland is even a good fit for you, then head over to my 5 reasons you might like to live in Portland video and get to know the city a little bit better. We'll see you over there.